Okay guys, so this is my first time in this gym and I'm gonna take a look around to see what I'm gonna find. And this gym is located in JVC, by the way, so it's called Wellfit, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been a long time since the Airbnb I was staying in, and their gym was not actually the best gym. So I'm gonna see what leg machines we have here, and then I'm gonna try to hit some legs. So let's see how it goes. I'm gonna keep you guys updated. But there's actually a lot of machines here. It's way more than I expected. But I found the best, which is the leg extensions. Woo! So yeah guys, it's a long time since I did this exercise because my Airbnb that I was staying in, the one that I moved from, the one with the flies, their machines were not actually that good. So they only had like a squat rack, and they had this multi-purpose machine, you know, that kind of machine where you can train the back, train the arms. But those machines are not the best when it comes to the multi-purpose machines. So it's actually good being able to do this with a real machine. These are the leg extensions, because I've been doing squats for 2 weeks now, which is not bad. It helped me change my training routine, because normally I don't tend to do squats a lot because I feel like some pain in my knees and whatever, and I'm also a dancer, so I have to protect my knees. But aside from that, I love this machine. When it comes to my legs, this is actually one of my favorite machines, if not my favorite. So round 2 guys, I think I've already done like 40 reps now. Oh god damn, this shit ain't easy, bro. Okay guys, so when I came, one thing I noticed was that everyone was basically sitting on towels or carrying towels to make things easier. I couldn't actually find the spray, you know, like when it comes to the spray. You know, in Sweden, like for example, when you finish training, you spray down the bench and then you wipe it down with some alcohol or whatever it is. You already know what I mean. So I'm gonna go get my towel. I remember when I came, I took a towel with me, so I'm gonna go get it. Okay, my G's. I grabbed the towel and we're off. I'm gonna be doing some squats. Yeah, we're just gonna find the squat rack and let's blast these legs turbo. So this one is 20 kilos, just the bar, 20 kilograms. And I'm gonna load it with a 10 kilos and the other one 10, which is gonna be a 20 kilograms. So yeah, when I'm doing squats, I don't like to lift heavy because I actually have a torn quad. I ruptured my quad about 2 years ago, so I can still feel it vibrating and shaking most of the times. So when I'm doing squats, I just want to be extra careful. Okay guys, so I finally got the perfect angle and I'm gonna do this 10. I'm gonna do 10 times 5. Normally I do 10 times 10. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do 10 times 10 sets like I normally do. So yeah, I'm gonna do 40 kilograms in total. So I actually hit 20 in a row. And you know, normally these ones, they don't, like when you start in the beginning, they don't actually weigh a lot. But when you do it, maybe 20 times 5, or you do 10 times 10, the more you do it, the more you start realizing like, man, this ain't no joke. So this is the way I've been training for years now. And that is the way I train to get results. I don't do like, you know, 7 reps or 5 sets and all of those kind of stuffs on YouTube. I don't want average results. Okay guys, so when I started, my plan was to do 10 times 10, 10 reps, 10 sets, but I think I'm gonna do 20 times 5. So it's still gonna equal to 100 reps when I'm done. So let's go for the next 20 guys. I know most of you guys might be at home like, oh, this is lightweight. Yep, well, come try, come try. day. Yeah, guys, you know, normally when I train with people and we do this, we do like the 10 times 10 or 20 times 5. Normally in the start, people are like, oh, this is easy. But the more you go, the more you start getting gassed out, the more you start realizing like, man, this ain't no joke. So you can try this when you go to the gym for the next time. Just try to do 10 times 10 or 20 times 5. That is the way I always train. I've already done 60 reps, 20 times 3. I've already done 60, so I'm gonna hit 20 more to get it to 80. Yeah, I might look like a maniac speaking on the camera by myself, but bro, who cares? Man, I'm out here, bro, I'm out here. Man. Whew. So we just hit the 80-mile mark, 20 more reps to 100. So this is the way I've been training for years. I know some people might sometimes not believe it, but any exercise I do, I make sure to give it 200. So when I'm training legs, 100 reps on the leg extensions and 100 reps on the squat. But yeah, man, it's, you know, a lot of people ask me how I'm able to do TikTok 5 to 6 times a day. I don't only train for strength, but I also mostly train for endurance. Because when you're doing as many reps as I'm doing, man, you're training mostly endurance. And you can even hear the way I'm panting when I'm talking, because I'm out of breath, bro. This is more about endurance more than anything. And since I dance a lot, I gotta be in shape. And it's when you're dancing, it's a lot of cardio, endurance. I'm not lifting to look like, you know, these Mr. Olympias or whatever, man. I'm lifting to look like myself. And based upon the goals I have, that is the way I want to train, and that is the way I'm going to train. I'm not trying to compare my physique to nobody else. Of course, when you see someone with a nicer physique, you're like, oh, I wish I looked like this. But for me, I know when it comes down to my goals and what I want to achieve, I definitely going to train my own way. And yeah, man, it's all about goals and priorities at the end of the day. I've not been through the whole of the gym, so I'm going to walk through the gym and see what they have to offer. Because one thing I can guarantee is there are a lot of machines here. Like when I say a lot, there's a whole lot. So I'm gonna be walking through all the way around. I'm just gonna be a bit careful so I don't record anybody in the video. But yeah, they have a lot of leg machines in the background. I'm gonna be showing you guys so you can see it. So in the background, I believe this is where you do a lot of CrossFit stuffs. I'm not so big into CrossFit, you know, so normally when I come to the gym, back I think about 3 years ago when I used to come to the gym, I used to do 100 pull-ups religiously before every gym session. So that's why I actually have a very much developed back. But anyone who's interested in calisthenics can definitely come out and hang gear. Calisthenics are not my thing, but it's good to work on the weaknesses. Okay guys, so I'm gonna be hitting the triceps now. And it's been about 2 weeks since I trained the triceps due to the fact that my Airbnb is very bad and they don't even have the tricep machine. So normally when I train the triceps too, same thing, 20 reps times 5 sets or 10 reps times 10 sets. That is the way I always train. I know to some of you guys it might be a lot, but that is the way I've trained and that is the way I've achieved my results. I'm not saying do like me, but that is the way I've gotten my results. So yeah, the first 20 hit and done. And some people are basically gonna be asking if I lift heavy or light. Well, I tend to look for a moderate weight. I don't lift too light, I don't lift too heavy. I'm looking for a weight that I can lift, control, but also challenges me a bit so I can have that tension. Because if it's too light, you're not even gonna feel it. And if it's too heavy, you're not gonna do it properly, or you're not even gonna be able to do the exercise at all. So that is the way I train. So yeah guys, 40 in the bank. Whew. Like I was saying, most people are not gonna believe this, but it's like I've been training for some time now and I just keep on hating it every day. But I gotta do it though. I gotta do it, especially what I do and my goals. I gotta keep on training. You know, training is hard work. It's basically labor. But you can't deny the fact that if you wanna look good, if you wanna get in shape, you must do it. You don't have any other choice. Okay guys, so we're going for the third set. I'm gonna increase the weight a bit. So I don't normally increase the weight every set. It depends on the way I feel, but the most important thing is to get to 100 reps, which is 20 times 5. And also in case I wanna do 20 times 5 and maybe on the third set I feel like I can't do 20, I end at whatever number it is I wanna end, but the ultimate goal is to reach 100 reps. So that is the main thing. So yeah guys, this one I did 15 because I increased the weight. So that is what I'm trying to say, but in totality, I've done 55. But in case I feel like now the weight is too challenging, I can either decide to drop it back down or increase it and do fewer reps, but ultimately hit the goal. That is the most important thing. I always want to hit the goal. No shortcuts. Whatever it takes to get to that place, that is what I'm gonna do. So yeah guys, it is what it is. Whew. So I'm gonna focus on the last 40 reps. I'm gonna do it off film. I want to save my camera's battery too. You know, since this is a good gym and I've not been in a good gym for a pretty while now, the main motive is to train as many things as possible. And by the way, this gym, Wellfit, if you want to train a day, a single day is, I think he said 200 dirhams. So I think it is about maybe $50, I believe. So it is quite expensive, but so I'm actually here on a free training pass. So I don't actually have any order. I just want to train as good as possible. And then in my new Airbnb, I think the gym is also spectacular. So when I get there, I can hit the other muscles that I've not hit in a pretty long time. Okay guys, so I just finished hitting the triceps, did 100 reps. So I'm gonna go for the chest. I'm gonna go for the chest exercises. And they actually have a lot of machines here. So in case you don't want to do the free weights, or you don't want to do the bench, there are a lot of machines here because, you know, the more you do this, the more you realize time is important. And sometimes you don't want to be lifting up the bars or basically lifting up the weights and connecting them to the bars and taking them off. It's just time consuming. But I'm going to see if I can find some cable flies. Actually, where I was where the cable flies were, but I don't know if it's occupied now. But a good thing is, since this gym is very huge, look, there's basically a free spot in the back. And there are quite a lot of people here, but that is the benefit of training in a big gym like this. There are always free machines, whatever it is you need, so you can train. Okay guys, so I'm gonna be hitting the cable flies now. This is one of my favorites. And same thing here, either 20 times 5 or 10 times 10. Right now I've been training, I've been doing a few exercises, so I'm a bit gassed out. I've had a very stressful day yesterday and today with the Airbnbs, which is a problem that is still ongoing. But anyways, excuses doesn't matter. So I think I'm gonna be doing 10 times 10. And if I feel like doing 20 in the middle of the set, I'm still gonna do it too. But let me start with 10 times 10. So I was able to change the handles, and these ones, since they're ropes, they're not going to be cutting through my skin. So yeah, let's go for the next 10 reps. So yeah, solid 10s. So now we got 80 reps left. 80, man. This is what I gotta go through when I go to the gym, you know? This is what I gotta go through, because most people, when they go to the gym, they don't work out hard enough. And like, imagine come into the gym and you do at least 400 reps before you leave the gym. Every single time, every single time. So of course I don't enjoy it. And then you gotta go home and do 5 to 6 TikTok lives. Bro, man, I ain't trying to do that, bro. But you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm gonna go for the next 10, which is gonna bring us to 30. And I'm probably gonna skip the video to the ending so I can save battery, you know, because if I'm gonna be recording all the 100 reps, bro, I ain't gonna have battery at the end of the day. Man, you know, this face tracking thing is dope. I don't actually know how. It wouldn't be so easy to film without the face tracking, because the face tracking basically, like for example, when I go here, the camera just follows me. When I go here, it follows me, which is the sickest part. So if you're a beginner, should you be training like this? Well, as a beginner, you can train like this if you want to, but you just can't lift a lot of weight. Do you understand? You can't just go 50 kgs. If I was a beginner, I would choose a weight that is not so light, not so heavy, that I can lift. And I'll just do 100 of these. But then again, also, you just gotta understand, do you wanna build aesthetics? Do you wanna grow in size? It depends on your goals. So my advice might not be the perfect fit for the goals you wanna reach. But the most important thing is you determine the goals you wanna reach, and then you build that image in your mind. And after you build the image in your mind, you find people who you wanna look like. And after you found them, you train accordingly. You can get tips from, you know, bodybuilders. I used to read Arnold's book. I've read it 7 times. So yeah, it depends. And like I mentioned before, I'm a dancer. So if I'm a dancer, I can't have these bulgy type legs. You know, I need to be able to snap. I need to be quick. I need to be fast. That is the most important thing for me. So if I'm dancing and it slows me down, that is not actually what I want to have. And also being able to spin, you know, the pirouettes, man. That's why ballerinas are mostly slim and toned. You can't be a bodybuilder and be doing ballerina. I'm not saying it's not possible. It is possible, but you're going to be slowed down. So the most important thing is, what do you want to look like? What goals do you want to achieve? And what is your purpose? Because once you know all these 3 things, you can combine it, and then you're definitely going to know what you want to look like. So let's go for the next 10 sets, or the next 10 reps, I mean. And to be honest, I'm actually not a big fan of the bench presses. I'm not actually a big fan of bench pressing. I don't know, I just have this weird thing when I do bench presses with my shoulder. So I'm not a big fan of bench press, but I definitely like I do like the, how do you call it? Incline bench press. You know, the one to train your upper chest. That one I very much adore. I don't even like it, I adore it. It's one of the exercises that I've always been maxing out. So before I couldn't enter the, how do you say, I don't know if it's like the fighting MMA place, because the guy gave me the wrong direction, man. I told him how to enter, this guy showed me the toilets. I don't know. So yeah guys, they're closing in 20 minutes unfortunately, but let me go see if I can take a sneak peek and see if I can just show you guys inside. Okay, so I'm gonna take off the shoes. Before we can enter, I need to take them off. Respect the mat. So ladies and gentlemen, we're officially inside, and this place looks very, very professional. Looks very, very professional. Let me flip the camera so you guys get a better view and better look. This is the big mat. I think this is where they normally train. Very spacious, very big. Man, they actually got everything. They got the dummies. Yeah, this is actually somewhere you can take your training very seriously. Very, very seriously. And I now understand why it's so costly, you know, because you're getting quality here. You're getting quality, and I think you can see in the back, the punching bags of all shapes. And this place is a bit different. It feels like a parkour place. All in all, this place is dope. It's dope. It's worth the price. I don't see, because you know when you're on the outside and they tell you the price like $40, $50 for the first time to train for one day, you think it's very expensive. But when you come inside and you notice the quality and the care they've put into building all these things, you're like, man, it's actually worth it. I don't actually know how much a membership costs, but the name of the gym is Wellfit. So when you go on their website, you can check it. It's in JVC in Dubai, but I'm sure they have different branches across Dubai. I'm not 100% sure, but I know they have quite a few branches, but I'm in the JVC one. Behind me, we have the boxing ring. I've never taken any boxing classes, so please don't clown me. But I'm just showing you guys around so you can get the full experience. And they even got the bench. So I think maybe they actually do professional fighting here. In case you get whooped, you can sit down and think about your life. Now this is dope. Imagine being in the corner, 70,000 people watching you. 20, 30,000 people, doesn't matter. But everybody watching you, going for that championship belt. Woo-hoo! God damn. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the whole thing. It is a very big, spacious area, but now I gotta get home. So I'm gonna be leaving now, but man, this place is dope. So let me know, guys, do you think it was worth it? Would you pay to come here to train? Let me know in the comment section. I would definitely pay to come train here if I'm getting this quality of gym. Yeah, if I was getting this, imagine we had this in Sweden, but this is Dubai though, so you gotta always expect things in the grandest way. But I think it's worth the price. What do you think in the comment section? And also, if you've been to any other gyms in Dubai, let me know. Because this place is like a gym hub, you know? It's a lot of fitness going on here. But I also gotta get down and go to Bali, because I heard Bali was also, or Bali is indeed a fitness hub. So I gotta go check out that place too. Never been to Bali, but I guess it's time.